Hello, everyone, and welcome to the launch of the Baviaans Canyon Trail. I'm here with my brother Lyndon, the founder of the Leopard Trail, and we are going to share with you a couple of ins and outs of the upcoming trail, which we are super excited about. We've been at this for over a year and a half. As my brother Lyndon says, there are secrets in the Baviaanskloof that are yet to be discovered, and it is a great pleasure for us to be sharing those with you. Lyndon, welcome. Let's dive straight in, and let's just start off. What is so special about the Baviaans Canyon Trail?
Oh, geez. So many things I don't know where to start. So firstly, the Baviaans itself is magnificent. It's the third biggest reserve in the whole of the country after Kruger and Kalahari. And it has the most number of biomes. South Africa has 8 biomes, and 7 of those are represented in the Baviaans. So the diversity here is just crazy. It's off the charts. And what we've tried to do with this trail is to get within a 5-day hike you to touch as many of those biomes as possible. And in particular, the one we've been focusing on is how to get people into the magnificent slot canyons of the Baviaans. That's where it gets its name from. The slot canyons are just unbelievable, 4-meter wide, 100-meter high cliffs on either side of you. They open up into these hidden secret ravines where there's just green trees, forests, on a crystal clear mountain, river flowing on sand. Just absolutely spectacular, as well as the fact that you then end up on top of the plateau and hiking up along the ridge lines of the mountains. So this is a hike of true unbelievable splendor and just amazing amount of diversity and difference. So yeah, and as you and I know, we struggle to describe it to people. It's just spectacular.
Yeah, there's a reason why one of them is called Paradise Cliff, right? Because it literally just espouses that trees, water, high mountains. I mean, you described a bit about a slot canyon because it's like a slot. You wedging your way through, and I have never seen anything like this in South Africa. And to have it right on our doorstep here is just to the next level. Tell us about the accommodation because you and I are both really excited about this one.
So the thing to know about the leopard, about the thing to know about the Baviaans Canyon Trail, I got to switch which hat I'm wearing, is that it's 6 nights accommodation for 5 days hiking. Now that's 1 night accommodation at base camp before you start your hike, 4 nights accommodation while you're on the hike, and another night accommodation at base camp when you get back. So it's 5 days hiking the trail and 4 nights accommodation while you're on the trail. For this trail, we've pushed the level at which we want luxury and something wow in terms of the overnight camps. We've got glamping tents, which are basically glass structures, these amazing solid structures, so solid wooden floors, glass structures, wood paneling, really spectacular structures. And then they have a triple layer of tenting on top to provide cool in the summer and a bit of warmth and insulation in the winter. So really spectacular campsites. Everything you've come to expect from a Go Baviaans trail. So all the things that have made the Leopard Trail so popular. Hot showers, outdoor showers, flush toilets, indoor fireplaces for the cold winter nights, crystal clear swimming pools, and then the slackpacking service, which we take a lot of pride in to deliver an outstanding service. All of that comes standard, and we've just upped the level of the glamping camps just to go a little bit more special. We have to keep competing with ourselves here. So, the Leopard Trail is great, and we have to just keep pushing the boundary just to make sure that we're delivering more wow every time.
Yep. So I think there's a couple of things that are important here. We're going to also follow a circular route. We're going to start at a different base camp from before. The Leopard Trail starts at the Cedar Falls base camp. This time we're starting down the road a bit at the Baviaans Interpretive Center, a really great building for us, for you to explore and to see how the Baviaanskloof was made and formed, and of course a whole lot of other diverse topics. And from there's a 5-day circular route that starts and ends at that point. And as Lyndon has shared, in this case, we have included the night before the trail and the night that you finish the trail in this, which makes it then the 6 nights with 5 days full day hiking. Of course, slackpacking, that just creates such opportunities for many of us to really focus on the enjoyment, to take our beers, our wine, our lekker whatever we want you to take, and to make that really special. So tell us about sleeping arrangements that are different this time from the Leopard Trail. And of course, what are our trail numbers? How many people can do it at a time?
All right. So what we've done this time as well is we've, the Leopard Trail has 2 bunk beds in each hut. So it's 4 people sharing a room. we've decided this time to once again push the boundaries of luxury and go 2 people sharing a room. So it is 2 people in one room, and there are 2 rooms per each separate little hut unit. So that leads to 12 people in total. And so our max is 12 people per day that can leave on the trail in sharing that luxury of only having 2 people per room.
And what you haven't discussed is where the toilets.
Well, we get so many complaints. Well, not really. But once you start creating luxury, people expect it. So on the leopard trail, the toilets are separate to the actual huts. In this particular case, each hut has its own toilet. So
Each
it really
room
is
has its own toilet.
correct. So each hut here is really pushing the boundaries of what you expect from a hike. And it's so Robin, interesting on this because it is still a hike. We don't want you to feel like you're in a safari lodge. Firstly, that would price us out of the market, but secondly, it would also not, there's something about hiking that you still want to feel like you're on a proper hike. And so we've balanced that, providing a real level of luxury, of upping the game, but still leaving it a little bit rustic. It's, there's not Persian carpets and hot tubs and saunas. So you're definitely on a hike, but it's certainly probably the most glamping hike ever that I've been to in SA. So really proud of what we've achieved here.
Yep. So we're really excited about this. Tell us about when people can actually start hiking in 2026.
So at the moment, we will be launching the first hikers on the trail on the 1st of March, 2026. We will be opening bookings for March, April, May, and June next year in about 2 to 3 weeks from the time of recording. So that's on the 19th of May 2025. We're opening bookings. There is a chance that we might be ahead of schedule in terms of getting the trail ready and cut. So in that case, in about 3 months, we may open December, January, and February towards the end of this year, and then January and February next year. But we're not sure yet, and we don't want to take the risk of opening bookings until we are 100% certain that we'll be ready for those dates. So for now, the dates we're really focusing on are March, April, May, and June next year is our first booking slot, and we are opening on the 19th of May this year.
Yep. And of course, we want to encourage people to mark it in their diaries so that they have the best chance of booking early. Otherwise, we run the same risk of in half an hour, everything's booked up, and then people have to wait just that bit longer. So we've also got a Facebook page, Facebook group. Tell us about how people are going to go and join that so that they can stay up to date with what's going on. And of course, when the bookings are going to keep opening.
Yeah, just search Baviaans Canyon Trail on Facebook, and you will come up with our group. Go follow there. We will be posting every time we book every season, very similar to the Leopard Trail. So every time we open a new 3 months, we will be posting there 3 weeks, 2 weeks in advance so that people can start preparing for the booking process. You can also book, if you want to, you can also join there's a mailing list that we just send out bookings. It's not a spam group. We don't send anything else other than just that the bookings will be opening in a week or two. If you go to our website, baviaanscanyontrail.co.za, you can join both. There's a link to our Facebook group as well as joining the email bookings newsletter. So really just keep in touch, keep watching. Initial indications are that we're going to be fully booked from the first 10 minutes for this trail. The Leopard Trail has a great brand, a great name in the marketplace. People love it. Most people will have come back for their second and third Leopard Trail and want something new and something different. So we are expecting the people who are great fans of the Leopard Trail to be coming into this one early. So, do get on there early on that May the 19th, 9 a.m. Go to our website. All bookings need to be made through the website. There's no phone or email bookings. It's all done online. So do set your alarm clocks ready for that morning, May the 19th, Monday, 9 a.m.
And just to reiterate that this is all in collaboration and partnership with the Eastern Cape Parks Board. And this area that we're exploring has not been open to the public. So this is not an area that anyone else can just go and walk in, camp, have a look at what's going on. This is exclusive. And we have partnered with them to bring this to you. And it is one of those hikes where you're going deep into the gorges, up onto the top of the ridges, up onto the mountains to see the whole expanse of the Baviaanskloof section in this valley. It is truly spectacular, something quite different. Never done anything like this in South Africa. and we're really, really excited. So make sure you book all those dates, because we're going to make sure that we're going to see you in this area, and looking forward to hearing all of your fantastic comments. Lyndon, any last comment before we sign off?
No, just a thank you to the Parks Board. They're actually remarkably superb partners. They're 100% committed to providing really outstanding tourism products in their reserves, and they really are have just been unbelievable. So we are very lucky and privileged to be working with the Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism Agency. Very grateful to them, because this reserve is fantastic. It is spectacular, and the ability for us to share it with people is just a real privilege. So I'm very grateful for that, and hopefully see everyone on the trail.
Yep. So last comment is, make sure you join that Facebook page and group, because as we were exploring these canyons, Lyndon and I both recorded our own exclamations and surprise and wonder, because this was the first time we went into them, and we recorded that, and part of how we searched for this trail, and we're going to share snippets of that, because it's just so fascinating for us to share that excitement with you. So looking forward to seeing you all, and make sure you book in on that trail. What's behind the corner? Probably some waterfall. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh crap. Are we going to be able to get through? Oh my God. Whoa! Look at this. What the hell? You kidding me? No ways. Okay, now we're going to see. Oh my word, that's just so pretty.